This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And for today's video, I want to answer some of the questions people have sent me this week about the new method I've been using. And I've had a lot of people say, well, once you go to Vegas or another casino and you play at a table, like in Vegas where there's $25 minimums and 000, then you're going to lose. Well, let's go ahead and do a demonstration of that tonight to make sure that it is working. Also, too, I want to talk about why I don't use 000. In the beginning, when I started the channel, I did a poll, and the majority of the people said to use European because most of them play online, and I'd like to hear your comments about that. Because if more of you want me to do American, I can switch back to doing American. It's whatever you guys prefer. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to do 25 minimums, like everybody was saying. And we have the 000. And but actually, one thing that's really important here, you can see the last number spun was a 25. So we're going to do the first one without betting. And if you're playing automated, you could just put like a quarter, 50 cents, or $1 on red or black on these spins where you're not betting. Or you can do opposing bets of $1 on red or black. And if you're at a live table with a dealer, you can just not sit down, and they'll usually let you skip out on bets. So it's time to bet now because we did not hit a third 12. So now we'll put our 25 up there, and this is really important because when I played yesterday, when I actually started, there was a third 12 already up there, and so I started out by not spinning, and there were 5 in a row third 12, so I didn't lose on any of those. And then I got started and had a great session. So it's time to get started now. And for those of you that haven't seen me use this method yet, it's well, you'll get to see a lot right here because I just lost on the first spin. So we're going to sit out now, and we're not going to bet. We're down $50, and we're going to always go up 2 units when we lose, but not until we sit out and get something that's not a third 12. So we hit a 12, so it's time to bet. Instead of having 25, we're going to have 75. That's because we're adding 2 units of 25. Okay, and for some of you, if that's too much, another idea would be if you have minimums like $25, you could actually start at 25 and but increase in units that are smaller than that. So that's another option as well. But let's go ahead and get started here. This is our first attempt to get back up again. Okay, and we got it. And with this system, if you went on the first one, you don't even have to worry. You know that you're back up to the highest that you've been, which is very important because right now we need to remember we're up $25, and then we start over with 25 each. And if you play this long enough, you're going to get a streak where you win a bunch of these in a row because you have 2 12s. And let's just spin again when that happens. Okay, we lost again. So we need to remember that we were actually up $50 because we don't want to end this. We really don't go back to the beginning until we're back up 50 again. So we're going to sit out and spin. And then we're going to go up 2 units again like before. So we didn't hit a third 12, so we're going to go from 25 to 75. But it doesn't keep increasing like that. It just goes up 2 units each time. Okay, and we got it. And again, if you win the first time that you increase by 2 units, you're always going to be have more than before because we had 50 before. Now we have 75. So now we need to remember the number 75 because that's what we have to get back to after we lose. So before we start over. So we lost again. All right. So I like getting these losses now to just to show you that we can overcome them. And remember, we were up $75, so that's important. We're going to spin without betting. Okay, we didn't hit third 12, so we're going to increase to 75. Again, if you win on this one, you don't have to worry. You know you're going to be back at 75 or more or wherever you were at. But once you get past the first loss and have 2 or 3, then you have to do something else, and I'll show you what that is. So we won. Now we're up 100. Now we need to remember the number 100. Okay, 25 each. So now after we lose the next time, we will have to get back up to at least 125 now, actually, because that's our new all-time high. And rebet. So for those of you seeing this for the first time also, if you lose after the first time, and maybe you'll get to see it here because we just lost again, because again, zeros and third 12s are the only ways to lose in this system. And we're going to spin without betting till we don't hit one of those. And see how that saved us there? We didn't lose anything when we hit a third 12. All right. Remember, we were up 125. Let's keep spinning. Because if you get a long streak of third 12s, it just saves you even more. See what I mean? This is what happened, like I was saying the other night, and I don't lose a thing when you hit third 12s, and it's the only way to lose is to hit third 12s and zeros. So see how much money I'm saving right now? I had 0 loss, 36 loss, 28 loss, 34 loss, but I didn't bet on those, so guess what? I'm doing just fine. Another one. Look how much I would have lost. I would have bet $50 on each of those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 50. I would have lost $250. But I'm still hanging in there and waiting for something that's not third 12 before I bet again. Okay, we have it. So it's time to increase the bet again to 75. And obviously this would be much less risky if I did start lower, but I want to answer those questions and show people that have sent me those comments that I can overcome this at higher amounts. And we just lost again at 75, so now you're going to get to see what happens when it gets a little rough. When you have a 31-6, 33 just like that, that's where you start getting into trouble. But remember, we have to remember, even though we're down 75, that we were once up 125, and then we spin without betting. Okay, now it's time to bet again because we didn't hit third 12. But now instead of 75, we're going to go up 2 more units to 125 on each. And then so on and so forth. If we lose again on this one, we'll sit out, and then after we sit out, we'll go from 125, and then we'll go up to 175. But still not reaching anywhere near the table maximum, which is key, which is really key. So now it's time to look and see, and we actually did get back. Oh no, I'm sorry, we're only up 50 now. So anytime you lose more than once, you're probably not going to be back up to your session high. So that means we can't stop. We got to rebet the same amount again. So what that means is we're at 125 each. If we happen to lose on this one, then we sit out and we go to 175 the next time. And let's go ahead and see what we get. Okay, and we got it. So now we're back to an all-time high again. We're up to 175, and that's the new number that we have to remember. And then we start back over. Now, when I play in Vegas using 25s like this, I'm going to increase my starting fund as well, and I'll have at least $3,000 when I get started. And also got a few good tips from some of you guys about things that are a little bit different in Vegas, and I really appreciate you guys sending those my way. So we got a win there, so we're just going to rebet 25 each. We won again, so we're going to rebet. And one of the active subscribers, David Box, was just telling me that while I'm at Caesars the first week of August, I should get markers before I play, and that I can probably get some of the rooms comped if I use those markers and do it the right way, get some points while I'm playing too. So thanks for sending that, David, and all the rest of you. I love your comments too about which pools are the best and all that, because I've been to Vegas a lot of times, but this is the first time bringing the entire family with me. So hopefully my son will have some fun at the pools and all the attractions. So let's keep going here. Okay, we won again, so we're up 250. We're going to rebet. Although I will say some of those rides in Vegas scare the crap out of me. The ones that look like you're falling from the top of a skyscraper. So I probably won't be going on those. I'll let my wife take my son on those. Okay, we won again. So you can see we're already up 275. And again, the reason I love this system is because you're not doubling each time like martingale. Even though the amounts that you're betting can be quite high, you're not reaching the table maximum, which is huge. And obviously, if you use this system, I would recommend, if you don't have to start with 25 each, if you're playing somewhere that doesn't require that, I would recommend not doing that, because that just gives you a better and better chance of doing well. And I mean, if you start out lower and still have $3,000 or however much you have, the more startup fund you have and the smaller bet that you start with is always going to make it be safer. So, remember that. That's one of the major keys. In fact, one of the guys I went out with last night, that was he actually martingales using playing blackjack, but he hasn't really asked me what my opinion on a lot of things. He likes doing his own thing. And I found out he was martingaling $10 minimum blackjack, but he only brought $300. So he obviously busted. So really important to remember, you want a large startup fund, and you want to start as small as you can on unit sizes if you want to be play longer and without losing. So we are up 325 today. I wanted to try out the 000 with this, and like everyone was saying, and higher units for what I'm going to try to do in Vegas the first week of August at Caesars Palace. And also, guys, if you guys have a system, I would love to see it and showcase it on the channel, so please send it in. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also, ring that bell for notifications, because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.